Hey guys, Courier Girl here, and I wanted to tell you about something that happened to me a couple days ago. So I got kicked off of a job, and that doesn't happen very often, but you know, sometimes things change. Sometimes you will have to change a job, quit a job, start a new one. Maybe the contract ends or whatever. But this one was because of something that allegedly I did wrong, and it really bothered me because I'm a very conscientious person. You know, I try to give excellent customer service. I've had several companies try to hire me directly out from the company that I'm contracted with. I've had several companies specifically ask for me to do certain routes because they know that I'm going to get them done, and I'm going to get them done right, and I'm going to be really on top of it, and the customers are going to be happy. And in fact, when I took over this route, they weren't happy, and they really liked me by the end, and they were glad that I was able to actually get things done more efficiently. So what happened was I was supposed to do a pickup at a specific time, and there's always a window, so you get like a half an hour window, but you're supposed to be there kind of right in the middle. And I was getting there right in the middle or a little bit before. I was never early and I was never late. So I was right there in the timetable, but the customer had called the company I was contracted with and said, we want a later pickup. Well, they didn't change it. Nobody told me. So I was getting there at the normal time. I was not having anything to pick up, and I just thought, they don't have anything today, because that happens. Sometimes you'll go to pick up something and it just won't be there. And then one day I ran into another driver who was picking up the same spot, and I was confused. And they just said, oh, just send it with her, because I called dispatch, and they said, just send it with her. Well, what was happening is they were sending another driver to pick up the stop, and then saying that I didn't get anything, which was just even more confusing to me. But now I feel like maybe they were even almost setting me up. Who knows? So the next day after that happened, I went and I talked to the office. I went a little early on purpose. I talked to the office and I said, I just want to make sure that this is the way you want it. And they told me to get there about 20 minutes after the schedule time, which would have been about 5 to 10 minutes after the late part of the window. So, okay, I can do that. Now it's going to look like I'm late all the time according to the schedule, but it's what the customer asked for, and they said that they called in to the company and the company never changed it. Okay, I'm about the customer. I'm going to make the customer happy. So I actually rearranged some of the other stops in order to still be able to be on time at the end of the day. It's kind of convoluted, but it all worked. And actually what happened was everybody got picked up on time. Everybody got picked up when they wanted to, because there was 2 other stops that wanted a different time as well. And I actually was getting done with the route back to the drop-off point about 20 minutes earlier, which made them happy because they couldn't go home until they were done processing everything I brought in. Me and a couple other people. But so to get it a little earlier made them happy. So everybody was happy, and then all of a sudden I'm taken off of this route, and then later I find out it's because I was running it out of order. So my point is not to complain. This happens sometimes. My point is to let you know that sometimes you're going to have to choose, maybe, between satisfying the courier company you're working with and satisfying the end customer who you're dealing with every day. Now, if it's me, I'm going to try to work it out with the courier company, but this company is not super easy to work with as far as scheduling changes. We've run into this before with them. But at the end of the day, me personally, I'm going to satisfy the customer. So if they want me there at a certain time and I can make that happen, that's what I'm going to do regardless of the set schedule. Yes, I will inform the company I'm running for why the change is being made, and they can work it out with the customer if they want to do something else. But for the most part, everyone that I've ever done work for doesn't care. In fact, they're happy that I am taking the initiative to do it in a way that makes the customer happier, because happy customers means no problems on their end, and they like that, and it's not costing them anything. And I'm willing to give them detailed notes, so if I ever can't do the route, I have to have a day off, or somebody else takes it over, they're going to know all the ins and outs of what to do. So anyway, I just want you to know that if you are a courier, or if you're not, you're thinking about it, this type of thing can happen. It just happens in the courier business. And sometimes it's that companies are busy, but sometimes I think egos get involved a little bit, and people are kind of control freaks and they won't let go a little bit. And it's like my way instead of what's best for the customer. So you really have to maintain your professional attitude. When I talk, when I talked to that customer, I didn't badmouth the company. I didn't, say, oh, they just didn't tell me at all. I didn't do any of that. I just, okay, I'll take care of it. And that is the way that you have to handle it. And you also have to know that if you ever do get kicked off of a route, take a minute, look, see if there's something you did wrong. And if you did, then be honest. And even if you can't fix it with that company, go on to the next one and fix it there. Because you're always trying to improve personally and professionally. But if you take that look with yourself and you realize, I didn't do anything, this really was not about me, then you can go on with a clear conscience. So that's all. That's it for today. I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest, because it's been kind of bothering me. It's happened a couple days ago, and I really do work hard to make sure the customers are happy, so it bothers me when somebody thinks I'm not. Anyway, Courier Girl out, and I will see you on the road.